I'm sitting here chillaxing, trying to get my mind right before I go into this job. Forgive me if I'm kind of switching. My Bluetooth broke on me. My Bluetooth broke on me, so it's kind of got me a little upset. Part of the headphone broke off, and by the way, don't always go for cheap stuff. I bought these headphones at Family Dollar. I had bought one pair, and unfortunately, one of my grandkids got a hold and broke it. And now this one, the headphone popped out, the little earpiece on my headphone popped out. So I'm down to one headphone. That kind of pisses me off, but it is what it is. At any rate, few random thoughts off the top of my head. This is more personal than anything. Uh, I'm just a little bummed out this morning because I'm 58 years old and I don't feel like I've done a whole lot with my life that I can say I'm proud of spiritually or otherwise. I know the Lord is far from pleased with how I've lived my life. I'm far from pleased with how I live my life or failed to live it. Um, right now, I'm concerned for my grandkids. My oldest granddaughter is starting to pick up some of the bitterness and resentment and anger that her mama is always displaying. And that's not to knock her mom. I love Kima. I love my stepdaughter. But to be totally honest, she hasn't exactly been the most positive person and it's starting to rub off on my granddaughter. And I don't want her to grow up with that same resentment, bitterness, and anger. I don't want none of my grandkids to grow up like that. So I'm trying to think of a way that I can counteract that and keep her from winding up like her mom, full of bitterness and anger and vile towards the world. I don't want her to grow up thinking the whole world is against her or grow up thinking that the whole world is a bad place. I mean, it's a bad place, but at any rate, I guess that's why Jesus ain't no guess. I know that's why Jesus has to return. But in the meantime, she's still a child, and I don't want her to lose what little of her innocence, if any, is left, or any of my grandkids for that matter. Um, been through a lot these last couple of years, everything from my wife fighting with this damn cancer, and it's only by the grace of God she's still here, to, like I said, my granddaughter and grandkids living, or my concern for them growing up with any anger and bitterness and resentment, trying to keep them innocent. This job situation ain't coming out the way I thought. I mean, I jumped on it because, oh, it's 75 cents more than what I'm getting at what you call it. But now I'm having second thoughts about it because I'm working with two people. And again, I don't know if it's the language barrier, if it's me, or if it's something on their part. I just feel like it's kind of personal in a professional sort of way because I come here and bust dishes, and between roughly 3:30 to 5 p.m., which is when they're supposed to be coming in, they kind of drag their butt in and act like they're in no hurry to, like I said yesterday, they kind of came in right at, well, the dude came in right at like a little after 5, which kind of pissed me off. It pissed me off. And it's not the first time he's done it. And I didn't like it because I know Monday when we had that holiday, had I not left, had I not checked my phone to see what time it is, I would have missed my bus. So I felt like, oh, wow, how dare y'all come dragging in here like you don't. I'm like this, if you don't like a job, leave. Go somewhere else, but don't subject me to your bullshit. Don't subject me to being around you guys or around someone who doesn't like to work or doesn't seem to care if they show up for work or not, and you're trying to, do your job. So yesterday when they came in, I went ahead and went on my break. I didn't even tell them what's going on break. I just left because I got the feeling they were being very rude, very resentful, or whatever. I don't know if it's, again, a language barrier or if it's just me, but I felt like, you know what, I don't know what your problem with me is, but I'm not here for you. I'm here for my family. And to be honest, I'm not at that point in my life where I want to work for someone else. I'm 58. I'll be 59 by God's grace come October. And I have no intention of dragging myself to a place where I don't want to be at or working continually for people who feel like, you know, they're lording it over above me because I'm barely able to make the kind of money that I'd like to make so I can be able to be my own boss. I mean, at this point, I don't know what I want to do, but I know I don't want to be spending it working for somebody else at chump change, and I'm barely able to get by. I'm sure there are other people out here that feel that way. I'm sure some of you, if you are streaming this, by the way, please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe. I'm not going to be on here for much longer, to be honest. I'm about to get me a new phone, so far I've seen nobody subscribe, seen nobody hit like. But again, this is personal, so I'm not really concerned whether somebody sees this or not. I'm just spewing some venom, if you will, off the top of my head, getting some stuff off my chest that has been bothering me, and it's gotten under my skin a little bit. And I'm trying not to have a bad day because, like I said, this, you know, life hands you what it hands you, and you have to live with that. But it doesn't mean you have to like it. And I'm at that point where I don't really like it. I don't really want to spend what little of my time on this earth is left dragging myself from one place to another, doing what I don't like to do because somebody else has some power over my life, or so they think. I'm at that point where I'm, like I said, I'm 58. I do not intend to turn 59 or even 60 and find myself in the same boats, doing the same thing. It's not fun, it's not fair, it's not right, and I don't like it. And I'm sure some of you out there, if again you are streaming this, like I said, you know, something somebody said many years ago. They said, if you find a job that you really love, I mean, there's very few jobs out here that people say they can do and that they love doing. For example, I heard a weatherman do a commercial. Of course, it was for the news broadcast, but he said he loved getting up, doing the weather. He loved getting up and doing the weather. Another lady who's a weather person said that she too loves to do the weather, and she's a pilot. She loves to get in the plane and fly, and that's how she tracks the weather also. But that's something she says she loves to do. Personally, you'll never get me in one of them death traps. I don't like flying. To me, flying is it's a suicide. It's straight up suicide. You'll never get me off the ground. Been on the plane once, don't wish to relive that experience again. Never. Morning. Anyway, my battery's getting a little low, so I'm gonna have to charge this phone up. But like I said, I'm just spewing some stuff, just spewing a little venom of getting a lot of stuff off my chest I otherwise would not be able to get off, or won't be able to get off for a few hours, because I'm gonna be charging my phone and working and dealing with whatever. So I trust you will have a good day. I trust that you will get on this hit subscribe. Old school fool. Like I said, this is only temporary. I plan on taking off from doing this for a while. I plan on stop doing this for a while. If I come back on, hopefully it will be with a new phone, and hopefully people, when I do put my personal channel up, hopefully people will actually subscribe to it and like it. And if not, no big deal. Peace out.